Good morning. It is the crack of dawn. I'm so glad you're here. Don't forget to share this. Grand Rising, Dailies. Grand Rising. Yes, baby, it is the best love to evolve love, not to rush it, right? Evolving love is what we need in our life, not this rush stuff. Don't forget to share the video. Make sure to let me know you can hear me okay. Listen, we're going to get started. I want to welcome you to Crack of Dawn. So glad you're here. So glad you're here. Make sure to share the video and don't forget to subscribe also. Don't forget to subscribe. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let's see. What does my cup say this morning? Bedazzling, incredible, vivacious, and amazing. And what does my tea tell me this morning? It says, when your inner and outer worlds harmonize, your relationships do too. And be guided. Listen to the whispers of the universe. Good morning. Good morning. Can you hear me okay? I hope you can hear me okay. So I was just showing everyone what my cup says this morning. To be a diva, you have to be dazzling, intelligent, incredible, vivacious, and amazing. Okay? So get your pens. Anytime I'm creating something, I always want to make sure that we're not just listening to me, but we're studying. Okay? So this is about study. This is about learning and evolving and getting more solid in love affairs. A lot of times we want something and we don't even know what it is we want. We want relationships, but we definitely want them to be wholesome. We want them to be worth being in. We don't want a relationship just because everybody else has one. We want a solid relationship to where we can actually have a wholesome relationship without feeling like um, it's burdened. It's a burden to be in it because once it becomes that, it's hard to rekindle when all of those things, you already know. Don't forget to smile this morning. Smile stands for study, meditate, inspire, laugh, and elevate. Don't forget to smile this morning. Yes, yes, yes. Everyone join in. Welcome, share, subscribe to the channel. It's Coaching Matters. So don't forget to subscribe. So we're going to get started. So I wanted to talk about this because I think that sometimes when we are single, ready to mingle, we kind of we kind of have our desire to want. Good morning, good morning. I appreciate you, Access, for being here. Good morning. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. So we're getting ready to get started, and I just wanted to let you know I'm so glad you're here. Now listen, today we're going to talk about rushing love versus evolving love, and I know it's hard because the thing is, when we tend to get excited or we're getting involved with someone and we're really excited about the love affair, we're really enjoying them, we're really having those type of relations with someone that we just gets us. We're having a good time, we're enjoying it. We want to rush. We want to rush it. And the reason we want to rush it is because we want to go ahead and make this solid. What are we? Are we together or not? Are we going to be what we are? We going to elevate into a intentional relationship? Are we going to be married? Are we going to move in together? What are we doing? I love that we have this connection, and now that we have it, I want to hurry up and get the ring. I want to hurry up and get it to where we're showing everyone what we are and all of those things. I get it. Trust me. Hurried love affairs and hurried energy comes from excitement. So let me put you up on game with something. Write that down. You're hurrying the love affair because you're excited about how good it's going, how well you guys get along, how everything seems to be everything you imagined. Listen, I get it. Not to mention, here's what's interesting. We have something in our mind before we get involved with someone that we're very attracted to. Inside of our mindset, there's something we want. We already have a picture in our mind what our love affair is going to look like. Now, when you are in a relationship with someone that, kind of meets the man in your mind, and he's very catering, he's sweet, he's nice, he's kind, all of that. Yes, I get it. He's handsome, he smells good, all of those sexy things, and trust me, I know. We get so excited that we just want everything now. It's called hurried energy. And once we hurry up and try to rush it, what happens is we start pushing the relationship into a new realm that it's not evolved into yet. You're in the beginning stage. You ever heard of the word honeymoon stage? Oh, they're honeymooners. Everything's great. Everything's wonderful. Nobody's passing gas. Nobody's belching. No one's had diarrhea. Nobody's had to clean up vomit. Everything's great, right? We're in this hurried energy because we love it. He's everything I've ever wanted. He does everything I like. We go places, we do things, and all of that. I get it. But can I be honest this morning? The honeymoon stage is wonderful. The sex is wonderful. The night talks, the pillow talk, the wonderful stuff is awesome. But baby girl and baby boys, usually girls and women are more into this than men. We get so headstrong about wanting the relationship to move to the next level, to the point where we are really not allowing the evolution of the relationship to unfold on its own. We are under such a high time restraint that we have to meet mile markers in love, that we have to rush this. In other words, let's get to the nitty gritty. When you start dating, you start getting along and everything's going well, and you're like, yeah, everything's wonderful. And you hit the 6 month mark, right? You guys know what I'm talking about. You're 6 months in. Okay, so everything's good and stuff. So what are we now? Are we going to make this definition? Are we going to define what we are? Are we exclusive and all this stuff? And here's what I often say, and I know this is going to kill the die-hard romantics because I am one. Trust me, I am a die-hard romantic. If you ever talk to my first boyfriend, he will tell you that I was a die-hard romantic. I couldn't help myself. I wanted everything, the roses, the taking out. I wanted to go here and go there. I wanted everything. I wanted us, what are we going to be, and all this other stuff. However, as I evolved into understanding relationships and understanding love, I also actually worried myself to death about what we're going to be rather than enjoying what we are. Write this down, take notes, because you're going to have to watch this multiple times to get what I'm saying. I'm going headstrong today. Write this down, it's very important. A lot of times we're in a hurried energy to where we have to have what we want right now instead of being honest with self and allowing it to evolve on its own. So when we're rushing and hurrying the relationship, we're really not present. And what I mean by present is a lot of times we are so caught up in the tomorrow of the relationship. So let's get down to what that means. So in our minds, there is a hope of where we want this love affair to go. So what does that mean exactly? Does that mean you have to be married, or does that mean you have to live together, or does that mean you have to claim each other? What is that big thing that you and he have to be in, that you have to have so that you feel confident and comfortable and you feel like you're valued and you're claimed, so you feel like, now that you have been told that you are his and all of that, now you've got this newfound joy in your spirit. And That's really not healthy. Here's why. When you need another person, and I'm talking about a lover today, so when you need another person to validate that you matter and that you are amazing because you are with that person, there's something going on here. Now, I know we've been taught that after so long, you're supposed to be in a relationship, you're supposed to claim each other, you're supposed to be this, you're supposed to be that. But I want to put you on pause for a minute and think about something. When we are so hungry, I'm talking about starving to be claimed, to be what we are supposed to be to each other, to evolve into this love affair we want in our mind. When we get to that point that we have to have that status, we have to have that concrete understanding that you and I are together, what that ends up doing is it starts to chip away how it can evolve into a higher, amazing state of being, which evolution in love is very different than hitting the mile marker of being what you're going to be, married, together, whatever. So when you hit the mile marker that we're together, we're one, no one else, whatever, you hit them, you hit that, that's where you are. That's it. There is nothing else. You're together now. But when you're evolving every day, you're choosing each other. Every day I decide that I want you to be here in my life, and I'm pretty much okay in this. I don't need anything from you to make me feel like I matter. I'm glad that we have a connection. I'm very appreciative of the you and I. I'm glad of what we are to each other. However, I don't have to have that to feel of any type of importance. When we have evolving love, it's a different kind of love, see? We don't get the what you call the romantic high that you get for someone choosing you and taking you out and oh my god, he asked me to marry me and all this stuff, and we're all in this heightened excitement over it. But when you choose each other, you're in my life, and you decide to choose that every day, there's a difference. It's not this heightened excitement, it's a consistent evolution of who we are. And then not to mention that in that connection of how we build and how we create and how we understand each other, we now are not getting so headstrong about only knowing the version of that lover in the beginning. I need to know you when you're in a bad mood. Do I still choose you? I need to know you when you're sick and you don't feel good. I need to know that version of you. Do I still choose you? I need to know when there's misunderstandings and you don't hear me and you're not acknowledging me. I need to know that part. Then am I still choosing you or not? It's the question. Because it's easy to say. Once we get to the mile marker of marriage or the mile marker of partnership or the mile marker that we're together, that's it, that's all. However, when you're evolving, you're constantly learning. Well, in my learning of you today, in this version of you where you're in a bad mood, I'm still choosing to be with you even though you're not very welcoming to deal with. I still choose you anyway. That's a different type of love. Evolving love causes us to create a newness every day. So what does that mean? That means I now have to be more present and more understanding and more curious about who you are. See, because when we get to this baseline of we've reached our mile marker, we are who we are together, we're each other's life, we're husband and wife, or we're this or that. Once we get to that mile marker, where else do you go? What better does it get? But when you're evolving, you're constantly growing. Here's what's deep. When you grow in love, you're constantly pouring water on the growth. The water is the stream of understanding, the stream of openness, the stream of allowances, the The stream of understanding. All of that is what the stream is from the, when you pour in your pot, when you're pouring water in your plants, that's the same stream you're pouring in understanding with your lover. But understand this, a lot of times we're in a hurry to get married, and then once we're married, we're disappointed. This is not what I wanted. I thought he was going to be the same Prince Charming he was when he was taking me on dates. I thought he was going to be the same man that buys me flowers on Friday and takes me out and picks me up on Saturday. I thought that was always going to happen because when we were dating, that's what I was getting. Okay, but that's a different version of who he is. But now that he's not, now that he's going to work and coming home and exhausted, tired, not wanting to do all that talking that you wanted to do in the beginning, now you have obligations, responsibilities. He's now frustrated with the fact that he's not able to feel, okay, but the bills are coming in. The plumbing went out. The cars aren't working. You got not one car, but 3 cars not working. Now you got to figure out problems. And now that Mr. Charming that used to pick you up and take you here and buy you this and make sure you're happy is no longer. Do you still choose him? Or are you aggravated with, why did I ever do this? Why did I go down this aisle? Well, we are not understanding that evolving love it requires for us to be present. It requires for us to take our time and not get so rushed, in a rush, to have it to be something else. Because what we're doing is when we are always in a rush to get our relationship to be that, we never appreciate what it is now. We're constantly upset. We're constantly disappointed. You never do this for me. You used to do that for me. You used to do this. Every time we talk about what he used to do, yeah, that's true. He used to do that, but you're not giving this man understanding that, okay, you used to do these things, but in the used to, you're not realizing that your feelings and your understanding of who he is outdated. The version of the man that you were with yesterday is not the same version today. He's going to be completely different. Are you going to be willing to sit back and be like, well, let me see. Let me get curious. What's on your heart and mind today? Because yesterday you were talking about X, Y, and Z and wanting to do this and that. But today, what's on your heart? What's on your mind today? We don't take enough time to sit down and realize that there's a fragility in love when we spend most of our time unhappy with what we have. We're unhappy because we have high expectations and we're not realizing that those expectations are unrealistic. When you watch a lot of movies, when you pay attention to a lot of celebrity love affairs and these celebrity shows and all of this and that, you start to get really warped in the mind that this is what love affairs are supposed to look like. And then when you do this, you also begin to compare what you have in your love affair and the solidity you guys have with each other. And you get caught up in that. And then you're thinking, well, in comparison to this one and that one, celebrities, if you will, our love don't look like that. Well, you're not. Stop comparing your love life to someone else. That is not the same thing. You in your own love affair and your own connection creates its own realm of excitement, of understanding, of energetic connection. We create one-on-one our own realm and understanding. This is not compared to someone else. We'll spend a lot of time comparing, well, she gets this and she gets that. This is why I tell lots of my clients, I tell them all the time, you want to keep your love affair private. Why privacy is so important? Well, let me fill you in on that. Here's what's true. When too many people or unhealthy people mentally learn of your connection, learn of your functional relationship, They tend to have their own viewpoint, or they'll tend to give you certain things to kind of pour poison on why you think you're all of this and that, and is it really what it is, and you guys seem to be okay, but to me, I wouldn't tolerate this and that. And though that energy and people coming in and saying certain things about your love affair will destroy it. Unfortunately, it happens all the time. It could be family, it could be friends, it doesn't matter. If you have something solid, you want to keep it private. I tell clients all the time, without a shadow of a doubt, please keep your love affair private. No one needs to confirm or reaffirm or tell you how great it is that you guys are together or whatever. You don't need the affirmations. What you need is to be open and honest with yourself and learn of yourself. Am I evolving in this affair? Are we really becoming more together and solid in our relationship? Or is it more about what I can prove to other people about what I have? So we have to look at this. Do I really enjoy my relationship? Do I really enjoy it? Am I present in it? Now, here's what present means. When my lover is here in my life, am I spending more of my time in fantasy about what we're going to become? Write this down. Here, I'm going to ask the audience. Do you have a hard time, or do you believe that you are disappointed in your love affair? And if you are, is it because of other outsiders, or is it because of your comparisons to what you used to be, or is it your comparisons of what others have and you just feel disappointed that you don't get to get what they have or whatever? Because here's what's true. We will damage something solid. We will terribly destroy something solid based upon what someone else has. And it's not meant for us. When we're in a love affair, we're supposed to be in the affair based upon what our needs and desires are for each other. And when we start to understanding that, we have to get beyond the romanticism. Romanticism is, I get it. It's so highly sold out here in the media, in the books, in the romance novels, and online. I get it. But the truth is, when you start to chip away from the romance, you start to realize the realistic relationships are very monotonous. What is monotonous? So monotonous means it's routine. You're going to go to work, he's going to go to work. He's going to pick the kids up, you're going to pick the kids up. Everything starts to go into a routine after the honeymoon stage, and the excitement of the love affair starts to wear off. So the truth of the matter is, let's get beyond that and see, well, let me get more cautious of my excitement. Is my excitement really, truly contained? And what I mean by that is, it is okay to be excited in the relationship. That's fine. But what I'm concerned about, and what I see a lot in coaching, is once the relationship in the honeymoon stage starts to wear off, you start to see and notice, oh, there's a lot of things that you overlooked, or you just gave, a pass for. It's okay. I'm not going to get upset about that, because of the excitement and the newness that you're in. So because you have that excitement, oh my God, I am so excited that I get to be in this relationship. That's fine. But let's sit back and look. Is this relationship so exciting because I'm so excited that you and I have this, versus being honest about, well, while I'm in this love affair, am I so headstrong and so excited about the what we will be versus what we are? So, again, I keep advising that it's very important. Be present in the love affair. There is no need to rush or hurry your energy to try to become something more evolved, because the more you push the pressure on, the more you force it, the more you keep trying to, what are we at? Are we this? Are we that? What are we going to be? Are we getting this? Are we getting that? It's causing the relationship to be turbulent. When you're in the sky in the plane, There's turbulence going on. Why would you want to everybody, okay, since there's turbulence, let's all the passengers stand up and shake the shake the airplane. Let's all shake together. Let's help the turbulence. No, you sit your asses down and you buckle up and you sit still. Okay, we are going through some turbulence right now. Let me chill out. So when you're excited and you're trying to rush the relationship, lay back a little bit. I'm excited. Yes, own your excitement. I'm excited. I'm enjoying the now of this. But let's not get so excited that we start putting blinders on to what we need to pay attention to. Rushing, hurrying love is not healthy. I'm telling you now, because what's happening is a lot of times we get so caught up in what we have to have and what we want to have and how we want people to be, we start to sit back and realize that, oh, I tried to do all this rushing and I should have just waited, because I didn't realize that this relationship wasn't what I thought it was. And just like Access explained, most people are shallow in relationships because they don't know how, no one's taught us how to be in a relationship. What we have as far as understanding relationships is learning what other people are doing. Normally we get excited about celebrities and what they're doing. And 9 times out of 10, celebrities are just people with a high exposure. They're not anyone overly human. They're just human beings, and they're so highlighted about, oh, he's taking her here, he's buying her this, they're going on cruises and all this stuff, and we get so caught up in, well, that's what I want. I want that. And then let me slow it down a little bit. Not only do we say that's what we want, but then we say that's what we deserve. And now here it comes. Our inflated ego tells us that we deserve to have everything that everybody else has. But unfortunately, my love, I need you to get aware that even though in love affairs we have a tendency to want to have what everyone else does, it's not necessarily all what it's cracked up to be. Understand, we can get caught up in things thinking that it's better than what we're having and learning later on that it wasn't what we thought it was. Now, guess what? Access, I understand not trusting love, but listen, I'm glad you brought that up. Not trusting love is a great point that I love that she said. She doesn't trust love right now. Here's what I want for you to think about and consider. Instead of getting too caught up in not trusting love, consider this. Begin trusting you. Because our first love affair starts with ourselves. And in that love of self, we have to first learn how to trust ourselves. And in our trust of self, we start to build an understanding and trust in self, and even in our decisions. We become more present when we start to learn about who we are. First of all, there's things about ourselves we don't know about ourselves. Here's what's so deep. When you're in a love affair, you get a really good rundown about who you are if you sit down and listen and not take offense to everything your lover tells you. Some things that lovers or past lovers or exes has said about you, sit back and go through it and comb through and be like, you know what, did I do this? Because we get offended. So in our offense of everything someone's telling us or giving us, we always tend to want to just downplay it like it doesn't matter. But it's very essential to sit back and be like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know you were male. So I was going to tell you, don't get too caught up in not trusting you. Trusting love. Learn about building your trust with you. Because in your learning to trust yourself, it's going to be powerful when you learn to trust you. And the way you do this is by sitting back, holding back, and learning which stages of life did I really not take enough time to learn about what it was I needed. Because usually we get so caught up in what we want that we forget about what we need. And then when it comes to being open to love affairs, it gets sketchy because we have a tendency to not really trust. Well, I don't even know if what I'm feeling is right. Is this really a real good relationship? And then you're questioning everything. Now you might have someone that's solid and a really good match for you, but you might find yourself questioning all of that. Well, I don't know if this person's really for me, or I don't know if this is a good match for me, and we start to second guessing. Second guessing comes from not really taking time with learning and studying yourself. So, regardless of how you feel about love right now, start studying yourself. Start learning how to build trust in you, because that's where the real trust starts. Is, do I trust myself? I'm just talking about basic stuff. Do I trust myself not to eat that donut today? Or am I know if I bypass that donut shop, I am going to pull in there and get donuts. That you know, or is that you're not sure of? You have to learn to trust you first in order to be trusting of love affairs. So I hope I helped you there. That's one of the greatest things to do, is take your time, learn to build your energy and trust in you, and then you'll start to realize, oh, you know what? Getting so caught up in wanting an affair so bad that we lose sight on what matters. What matters is, can this love affair really be something if I would just allow it to evolve? See, we spend a lot of time not being happy with what we have, or we're spending a lot of time disappointed in what we seem to not be getting, and Sarah has it, and Jim's got it, and Jim picked him a good one, and Sarah has a wonderful man, and I wish that I had that, and they go traveling all the time, and we just get to comparing our life to someone else's. And listen, it doesn't mean you have less of a life because they do all that traveling. You don't know how the trips are. Some people are taking trips and it's not because they're enjoying it. They might be taking trips for business or for money or for something else, or just to get away. Or sometimes they might be taking the trips because they're not healthy in the love affair. But we see it as, oh, they have a wonderful life. You don't know that. All these love affairs that we're so excited about or so impressed by might not be reason to be impressed by them, because sometimes the love affairs we think that are so great aren't really. Make sure to share this video. Watch this again, because I did share a lot of stuff that really you want to heed and take really to account. If you're new in love, sit back and allow yourself to feel excitement and joy and appreciation, but also cool your jets on being someone that overlooks things that maybe need to be addressed. Because in new love affairs or new relationships, we want everything to be nice. We don't want to say anything that we're afraid someone's going to take offense to. I get it, but sometimes we have to sit back and say, well, I didn't really like it when this happened, and then have a discussion, have a conversation. It's okay to have a conversation. It's okay to say that you dislike something in the beginning stages of a love affair. If you continue to just let stuff happen, it's going to start to chip away to the higher value of it. So sometimes it pays to be honest up front. But the problem is, a lot of times we let stuff slide because we're so excited about the love affair that we don't want to mess up the real version of the love affair to look less like the fantasy. So we end up trying to not be honest about some things that are flawed here. See, in our fantasy, the love affair in our mind is flawless. Everything he is perfect. That's not realistic. I don't care how wonderful of a man you have. He is going to have flaws. He is going to have attitudes. He's going to have sicknesses. He's going to have all kinds of things. Money matters go wrong. He's going to have car problems. There's going to be stuff. It's just what it is. It's going to be stuff. So we have to get past the fact that I would want to make sure, like in our now of the relationship, can we make sure that in this love affair, we're present? Can we make sure of that? Can we be honest with each other, that we're honest about who we are? And can I choose you even in the time when I don't really feel warm feelings about you right now because you're on my nerves, or we're not seeing eye to eye, or we're having an argument, or we're disconnected, or we're not making love, or whatever the hell's going on? And can I still choose you in this love affair? Or not? Evolving love is quite different. It's not what they show in the movies, because evolving love is very monotonous, but it's very solid. Because when you wake up in the morning and you look at that person and they may not feel well, or they may have an attitude, or they may be complaining about something, and you look at them and you say, even with that, I still choose you, regardless. It's a different type of love affair versus, are we this? Are we this? Are we together? Are we married? Are we moving in together? Are we doing this? Are we having kids? What are we doing? And then when you do all of that, you're like, oh my God, I am so disappointed that he or she is not what I thought it was going to be. And then you're feeling really, really frustrated. And inside of the love affair, you're feeling disappointed about what it's not. So this is why I'm trying to help you to see. Evolve in love. Learn to water the love. Learn to be understanding in love. Be honest with yourself. And don't forget, on my Patreon, I do have a new a new venture that I'm doing for love affairs. No matter if you're in it for a long time, or just you're trying to learn about love and how to get to the next level of love. It's called Evolve Love After the Fall. You can join it on my Patreon. And what I love about that is evolving in love affairs is never easy. It's usually tough, but it's also very moving to come to a conclusion that there is something about this love affair that I'm enjoying, that I like. And even when you're not in a likable state, you still choose each other. That changes everything. Because now it's not about, oh, well, only when we're in good standing, or only when you're in a happy mood am I going to want to be around you and be with you. But no, I'm here even when you're on my nerves. I'm here with you even when you are on my last nerve. I'm not going anywhere. Maybe might not be that talkative, but I'm still here even though you get on my nerves. I'm choosing you. And I'm choosing you because I believe in who you are, and I'm not caught up solely on what I hope you to be. I'm not caught up in the potential of you. I care about you. And now that I care about you, I want to make sure that we hold solid on that care. We're not caught up in, oh, well, I want him to be this, and well, you know, like I said, Sarah's husband does this for her. And get rid of all of the comparisons of what someone else has. Be present in your own love affair. Watch your love affair like you watch those movies. Pay attention. Is he, or do you even know this man? Are you spending time with him? Do you know what he's got on his heart, mind, soul? What's he got? What's his challenges right now? How can you maybe help him? With the woman that you're involved with, do you even know what she likes? Or is it just that you like her because she was pretty and she had a nice, cute figure and you wanted to sleep with her? I get it, but what do you know about this woman? All of these things are important, because being attracted to someone is fine. But it's not fine when things go wrong and you guys are in arguments. His fine self is still going to get on your nerves. And all that fine don't mean nothing. You're still going to have an attitude and be very upset regardless. It doesn't matter. All that stuff that we get caught up in the beginning. He's handsome, he smells good, we make great love. All that stuff is fine, but it don't matter because in the long term, in the long haul, you're not making that much love that long in real long-term relationships. Maybe 10% of your relationship you're in the bed making love. Most of the time you're doing things, you're building, you're going, you're doing. He's working, you're taking care of kids, you're doing all paying. There's a lot of stuff you're doing that we're not talking about. There's nothing very romantic about that. But you can evolve by choosing each other every single day. Stop your hurried energy. Lay back on it. I know it's exciting. We're making good love. Everything's wonderful. There's no kids. There's no this. There's no that. It's just me and him and we're having a good time. I get it. Cool your jets. Pay attention. Be present. Because in the honeymoon stage, we don't pay attention very well. You're welcome. Yes. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, share the video, and come back later and watch it again. I know it was a lot that I gave, but it's definitely something that you can definitely take with you today and realize, oh, see if you can trust yourself. Work on some of those things. Trust you with your vices. How about that? Trust you with your vices. We all have them. I have a certain thing that I have to have. My tea, for instance. I have to have my tea. And if I don't, a good friend of mine says, well, you have an attitude when you don't have your tea. It's like, well, you might be right. But again, remember I said, go back and listen to some of your old lovers, your mom, your sister, your friends, and say, hey, what's some of the things that I do that I maybe don't realize that I do them? And you've been telling me for years, but I didn't want to hear you. Right now, I'll sit down and listen with an open mind and not get offended to what are some of the things I do that you see that I do all the time, and I don't want to admit it. Because these kind of conversations with people really help us. It helps us to see outside of the box. We get beyond being so offended and start to take heed. And then, well, I do that, but why do I do it? And then we start to learn about evolution in self. We got to take this with us. I mean, no matter what love affair we're in, we're taking us with us. So this person right here, we have to make sure that we're evolving, that we're trusting, that we're questioning, that we're learning, that we're studying. We got to study self first. Okay? Everybody, thank you for being here. It's the crack of dawn. I'm so glad you're here. Like I said, this evening I will be on ranting and raving. So if you don't know about that, I will be on a podcast called Ranting and Raving this evening. I would love for you guys to come. And also I'm on Patreon. So just go to Patreon and / Carla Nicole, no space, and you can pull me up there. Join my membership. It's for free. I also have some paid memberships that you can join, and you can get a lot of information. And just join. Like I said, share with your friends. Sit down and really pay attention to some of the things I'm telling you. This is stuff you don't have to wait till tomorrow to use. You can use this today. All right? I'm out of here, guys. It's your coach, Carla Nicole. Have a great day. Bye-bye.